Hi, welcome, welcome. We're so glad you're here. Welcome to our very first Out of the Darkness experience for St. Joseph. I'm Carrie Harvey. And first, let me thank you all for joining us today and also for your patience in case we run into any technical difficulties as we go, since this is the first time we've done this way, virtual. I also want to let you know that we are going to have some great giveaways at the end of the program. So stay tuned to see if you're a winner. What you're going to need to do is comment in the chat bar on the side of your screen, and we will get your names in for the drawing. And at the end of our live broadcast today, we will draw some names. Do you want to pull over? We're going to show you what we have for our prizes so that you know what you might be winning. First is this lovely basket of goodies, fall stuff. It's our fall basket. Oh, and a Texas Roadhouse gift certificate in there. Oh, you're going to want that. These are some lovely pumpkins from AR Workshop that they donated for us for your fall decor. They're lovely. We have a gift card from the Blooming Branch for $25. It's a great flower shop in Savannah. We have a beauty basket. There's some Mary Kay stuff in here, candle stuff for you ladies. Sorry, gentlemen, for you ladies that want to beautify yourself. We have a movie night basket. That's awesome. Lots of goodies there. And our big winner here is the Kendra Scott necklace. You're going to want that. So tune in and comment on the side. We'll be writing your names down as you comment, and that will get you in for the drawing. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to comment, and we'll try to answer those for you. I would like to introduce now, at this time, the Mayor of St. Joseph, Bill McMurray, who will read our proclamation.
This is Mayor Bill McMurray, and I'm reading a proclamation, National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Whereas in the United States, one person dies by suicide every 11.7 minutes, with 44,965 deaths by suicide in our country during 2016. And whereas in our country and in Missouri, suicide is the second leading cause of death for 15 to 24-year-olds, and is the 10th leading cause of death for people of all ages. And whereas in 2016, 1,133 Missourians died by suicide, an increase of more than 36% between 1999 and 2016, leaving several thousand friends and family members changed forever. And whereas building awareness of the public health problem presented by suicide and generating awareness of the resources available are key steps in this ongoing effort, and whereas public awareness of the warning signs of suicide and expedited access for those suffering from suicidal thoughts is essential to lowering the rates of suicide. And whereas many of those who have died by suicide never received effective behavioral health services for many reasons, including the difficulty of accessing services by healthcare providers trained in best practices to reduce suicide risks, the stigma of seeking behavioral health treatment, and the stigma associated with losing a loved one to suicide. And whereas public awareness of the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, 1-800-273-8255, helps to alleviate the burden of suicide. Now therefore I, Bill McMurray, by authority vested in me as Mayor of the City of St. Joseph, do hereby proclaim September of 2020 National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month in the City of St. Joseph. And I urge all citizens to learn how they can help, because suicide prevention is everyone's business.
Thank you, Mayor McMurray. This is a time of uncertainty, but it's also a time that proves the importance of connectivity. Right now, it's more important than ever to take care of our own and others' physical and mental well-being. I hope that you are all taking care of yourselves and checking in with family and friends and finding ways to stay active. If you or someone you know is struggling, please add these numbers to your phone in case you ever need it. You can see those at the bottom of your screen. 1-800-273-TALK, or the text number is 741-741. By joining us today, you're sending the message that our cause of suicide prevention will never be canceled, because it can't be. We cannot let another day go by without showing that mental health is as real as physical health. You are showing others that suicide can no longer be ignored. Suicide is a health issue that affects us all. You are part of a national movement, and today you are showing that we do not have to be together in person to raise our voices to prevent suicide. The Out of the Darkness events help fund innovative and exciting research that will help us find better ways to stop suicide. It also funds advocacy events for important health legislation, as well as important education programs and programs for survivors of suicide loss. We are creating a culture that is smart about mental health. You're letting others know that they are not alone in their struggle or their loss, and you are making a difference. At this time, I'd like to introduce our committee members. So I'm going to have them come over and pop in the screen as I introduce them. First, we have Jacob Willis. Bear with us while we get the screen. We have Joseph Klein. We have Haley Gentry. We have Alicia Gramowski. And we have Michael Gramowski. And also joining us from California is Jennifer Turner, and you will meet her later because she is our key speaker today. At this time, I'd like to share with you our sponsor video. We want to thank our sponsors so much for sponsoring our event this year. At this time, I would like to introduce Barb Maris. Barb is the area director for the Kansas City chapter of AFSP, and she has been instrumental in helping us get this walk going in St. Joseph. I met Barb 3 years ago, and she has helped us so much to work toward our cause of getting our walk going here, and has helped us so much with this virtual walk this year since it's a little different. Hi, Barb. Thanks for joining us today. You're on mute.
As Carrie said, hello. As Carrie said, this has quite been an unusual year. I want to wholeheartedly thank all of you for joining us today. This is the chapter's first ever Out of the Darkness experience. So I want to thank you for joining us and bearing with us as we are learning something new. And I also want to stress now more than ever, it is so important that we reach out to family and friends, take care of yourself, and check on them, check on friends, check on family members, and just to let each other know, although if we can't be with one another physically, a phone call or a text is wonders to them to bring their day up, to show that you care, that you're thinking of them. So please, please reach out to those that you are in friends with, in contact with. And I also want to thank Carrie and this marvelous planning committee for the job that they have done to put this on and to bring suicide prevention and mental health awareness into their community. You guys are amazing. Keep up the good work, and I can't thank you enough. Please remember that our mental health is just as important as our physical health. So thank you. Thank you, guys. I would like to introduce you to our area, or our chapter chairperson, Jeff Caldwell.
There we go. Apparently, I just got a promotion to area director, right, Barb? Is that what that is? So, thank you all. My name is Jeff Caldwell. I am the Greater Kansas chapter chair, and I wanted to thank all of you for joining us today. We're really excited to be able to, number one, in the midst of this pandemic, to be able to bring you guys this experience. So we thank you all for joining us. And I wanted to give a ditto out to what Barb was sharing about our committee for the St. Joe experience and how awesome they have been and all the work that they've done to bring this to you folks. So applaud you guys. And then also I wanted to share with you while I'm here is we have a wonderful opportunity. The committee that you all see here that takes care of your St. Joe Walk experience, these folks are all volunteers, okay, as well as I am. I'm a volunteer. And so one of the things I wanted to share with you folks is that we have volunteer opportunities. We're a volunteer organization, and we need your help. And so I wanted to share with you some opportunities here. Number one is with the walks and our what we call experiences at this point. Also, we have campus walks, tabling events, education services, doing presentations and those sorts of things. Also advocacy opportunities, which I'm going to give you a little snippet about that here in just a second, support services, and so much more. So if you're interested in volunteering with our organization, with your local group there, the committee there, to bring stuff, or in other areas, everything from helping us load up trucks for an event, or helping us load the truck back up after the event, whatever it is, anything from that to be maybe potentially becoming a board member. We've got volunteer opportunities available. So again, volunteer at afspkc.com. Shoot us an email, let us know what area you live in, based off of some of the stuff here, some of the things you might be interested in volunteering in. And on advocacy, I wanted to share this with you, is that if it's a great way to get into the volunteering and get involved, if you will, more so than helping us raise funds and doing the experience and stuff, which is so important. This is a great way to have your voice heard with AFSP, is to become a field advocate. And it's actually very simple to do. If you go to afsp.org/advocacy, there'll be a page there and it'll talk about ways to get involved from an advocate standpoint. And field advocates, what they do is you have an opportunity to communicate with your legislators. And it'll talk about that. You sign up as a field advocate. They'll send you emails occasionally, just kind of letting you know what pieces of legislation may be coming up. And it'll give you an opportunity quite easily by a click of a few buttons to be able to contact your local representatives on a national level and help bring the advocacy to another level and help with legislation. And for example, a lot of you have probably heard here recently that we have that 988 number that's coming for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, which is huge. And this is one of the ways that we were able to help kind of make that happen, is through the advocacy. So sign up as an advocate. Anybody and everybody can be a field advocate. The more people we have communicating with our legislators, the better. All right. So again, thank you all for joining us. By being a part of the St. Joseph Out of the Darkness community experience, you are being the voice. You are giving a voice to this incredible cause. We're saving lives and bringing hope to those who've been impacted by suicide loss. With that being said, I'm going to give it back to Carrie. Carrie, you guys have been doing incredible. So I appreciate all your work and everything that you've been doing. And look forward to seeing, what other opportunities and things the great old Buchanan County can bring about. And let's save some more lives and let's bring hope. Thank you, Carrie.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you so much for your help with all of this technical stuff that I'm not very good at. Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Before I introduce our top 3 teams and fundraisers, I want to remind you that if you just tuned on or before you saw our gift baskets and prizes, make sure you comment in the comment section to be entered for our drawings, which we have 6 things, I think, to give away at the end of our broadcast, our live stream. So make sure you comment in the sections and your name will go into a drawing for one of those awesome prizes. So now I want to introduce or announce, as of September 26th, our top 3 teams and our top 3 fundraisers. So right now, as of right now, because you can still donate until December 31st. And we would love to have that. If you haven't donated already, we would love that. As of right now, our top fundraisers are in first place, Michael Gromowski. In second place, Jennifer Turner. And in third place, Jacob Willis. Awesome. Thank you. We want to congratulate those people and thank them so much for all the work that they've done in fundraising. Our top team fundraisers as of 9/26 are for Aiden. They've raised $2,658. That is awesome. Alex Army with $1,675 and Northwest Health Services with $1,220. This is awesome. Keep raising those funds and keep donating if you haven't donated already, because this is how we do what we do. If you are one of the top 3 fundraisers or top fundraisers, your name will go on the back of our t-shirts next year. So that's awesome. So giving and keep doing what you can do. So our honor beads pay tribute to a loved one lost, a personal struggle, or a victory. They come in many colors, representing the diversity of our community's connections to this cause. Please join me in welcoming some extraordinary people who are part of our community. They represent our dedication, our commitment, and our strength as a community. We are united in our goal and determined to bring suicide prevention out of the darkness and save lives.
Hi, my name is Haley Gentry, and I wear the green beads as a representation of a personal struggle. I have been diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder, and these things do impact my life daily. I want everyone else out there to know, if you are struggling with mental illness, you're not alone. Keep fighting. We've got this.
My name is Jake Willis. I wear gold beads in honor of my mother, Terry Home, who died by suicide in August of 2010. My mother was one of the most loving, caring people I've ever had the opportunity to interact with. She was a great mother, daughter, friend, sister, teacher. I walk in her honor. I also walk with the hope that we can bring light to the mental health issues in our community and give support to everybody that's dealing with these issues.
My name is Jazz, and I wear orange beads symbolizing the loss of a sibling. On October 20th, 2019, I lost my brother Aiden to suicide. I miss him every day and wish he would have known how much he meant to me and loved him.
My name is Carolyn Allen, and I wear the red beads for the loss of a spouse or partner. I lost my husband, Barry Allen, 10 years ago on September 3rd, 2010. This is his picture here.
My name is Claire Kamen. I wear the red beads for the loss of a spouse or partner as well. I wear them in honor of my late husband, Matt Young, who we lost to suicide on May 3rd, 2013.
Hi, my name is Colby Harvey, and I'm wearing the purple bead to represent the loss of a friend. My friend Isaac was a caring and loving, vivacious person. He had a contagious laugh, and we miss him every day. I wear this bead in honor of him and in honor of everybody that has a friend that has died by suicide. Thank you for being here with us, and thank you for continuing to honor your loved ones.
My name is Mike Gromowski, and I wear white beads for the loss of a child. We lost our son Aiden last year, October 20th, 2019, to suicide. We would like to bring awareness to others that may be struggling, and hopefully we can stop the stigma and bring awareness to our community and nationwide.
Hi, I'm Carrie, and I wear teal beads representing family and friends of those with mental health conditions. My daughter was diagnosed with a mental health condition over 10 years ago. Since then, we've learned so much about her diagnosis and her mental health. And I decided I wanted to help erase the stigma associated with mental illness. We must talk about it, and we must help those in need. With help from a committee, I started the first annual Out of the Darkness walk here in St. Joseph. That was 2 years ago, and at our very first walk, it was very clear how important the issue was to our community. We were surprised at how many people showed up and how much money we raised, over $25,000 the first year. This will be our third year, and unfortunately, it has to be done virtual. But we're still doing it, and I will continue to fight to help prevent suicide. There is hope.
My name is Claire Kanan. I wear silver beads for the loss of a first responder or military member. I wear them in honor of my late husband, Matt Young, who was a firefighter with Central Jackson County Fire Protection District. We lost him to suicide on May 3rd, 2013.
Hi, my name is Joseph Klein, and I wear the blue beads to support the cause of suicide prevention. This is my third annual walk here in St. Joseph, and my goal is to make as many people informed as possible and provide as many resources as we can in our community. And I do that through social work. I am a therapist working with Northwest Health Services, and I just hope that this will get us further in suicide prevention and reducing the numbers of suicides in our communities. Thanks.
It's now my honor to introduce our speaker today. Jennifer Turner is an amazing woman. I met Jennifer a few years ago. She lives in California. Actually, she reached out to me when we were first trying to get the first walk going. And she has been very helpful, even all the way from California. So I would like to introduce to you now, Jennifer Turner.
Every person on this planet has mental health. What is mental health? Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act as we cope with life. What is mental illness? Health conditions involving changes in emotion, thinking, or behavior. 1 in 5 people experience some form of mental illness in a year. Mental illness is nothing to be ashamed of. It is a medical problem, just like heart disease or diabetes. When someone dies from suffering from mental illness, it is called suicide. The biggest lesson I have learned is don't ever think it can't happen to you. Suicide does not discriminate. People of all genders, ages, ethnicities, and social economic status are at risk. Everyone is at risk. On October 9th, 1999, God gave us the most perfect gift, our first son, Alexander, who we lovingly called Alec. He was so handsome, a Christian, so smart, funny, loyal, animal lover, an Eagle Scout, and so loved. He was the oldest of 3 boys. He was the leader and protector. Alec was very sensitive. and he suffered from the diseases of anxiety and depression. And these diseases caused Alec to take his life on August 15th, 2017. He was 17 years old, 7 weeks before his 18th birthday, and it was the second day of his senior year of high school. Through Alec's therapy notes, we know his first thoughts of suicide was in 5th and 6th grade. It was at this time he was bullied, and the seeds of depression were planted. In the middle of his 8th grade year, we moved to California. My husband received a job opportunity, and as a family, we made the decision to move. California was definitely very different, more academically challenging. We joined a church right away, and Alec was involved in youth group. He enjoyed taking trips with this group, and Alec was very social. He attended school dances, sporting events, and he ran track for his school. The first part of Alec's junior year was rough. Alec was interviewed by his school newspaper, and he had very strong opinions and beliefs, even to his detriment. And because of the article, he was bullied. The school stepped in to stop the bullying, and we thought that they were successful. But Alec was shaken, and he started going to the school's wellness center for counseling. This was the downturn to Alec's mental health. In October, for his birthday, my husband David got Alec his dream car, a black Mustang. He was very happy. He was learning to drive a stick, and this was a good distraction for a while. He started running track. It was fall, but soon quit because he was self-conscious about his performance. He had a couple of friends at school that he was hanging out with, eating lunch and lifting weights, and he had online gaming friends he was close with. At the end of February, Alec told us he had had thoughts of suicide. With recommendations from his school counselor, we started therapy within weeks, and soon after he was put on an antidepressant. The counseling and medication seemed to be helping. He was being seen twice a week. Around this time, Alec had decided he wanted to go into the military. He wanted to choose a university with a strong ROTC program, so after college he could go in as an officer. The choice to go into the military scared me. I didn't want him to die in war. He was so smart, and we felt like he had safer choices. David and I were concerned in the military he would feel trapped. Alec suffered from anxiety, which made it hard to stay at Boy Scout camp sometimes in the summer, let alone at boot camp. I am sure Alec, in his mind, was already having his own doubts about his abilities. I look back and I realize this had been his dream since he was little. Always dressed in camo, he loved any military toy, aircraft carriers, military helicopters, and planes. His therapist strongly recommended an outpatient program for him. He would have to miss a youth group trip and his annual Missouri summer trip home. He was adamant he did not want to participate in this program. So we honored his request. We were also concerned because of the stigma attached to showing treatment for depression in his medical records would easily prevent his dream of going into the military. I feel he should have attended this program. Any tools he could have gathered for his toolbox would have helped for the future. He had developed stomach issues. He was having diarrhea in the mornings before school. He said quite frequently he didn't feel well, which led to him missing a lot of school days. I was taking him to the doctor for these issues. We did blood work. He was put on medication for his stomach issues. He also had trouble sleeping. He had very little energy, and he would opt out of activities because he was tired. These are all symptoms of depression. In May, He had boxed up some video game equipment and sent it to a YouTuber as a gift for an unboxing online. Giving away possessions is a red flag, which my husband quickly picked up on, but Alec dismissed. The end of school came, and his grades had slipped. He had to retake 2 classes in summer school, so he missed the youth group and the Missouri trip that he wanted to go on so badly. His friends at school that he had hung out with ghosted him. He couldn't get a hold of them all summer. He had also tried multiple attempts with dating, and they were unsuccessful. At the end of July, we took a trip to Hawaii. We had planned for years. We were there for 2 weeks, and Alex surfed and swam with sea turtles, and we spent precious time together. He also had started talking to a girl from school. We returned on Saturday night, and school started on Monday. He was excited to go. He spent the whole day with the new girl. He even brought her home to meet us. They sat in his car and listened to music. It was such a relief to see him excited and happy. I had prayed to God that God would bring him someone to bring him joy again. He had put all his eggs in this basket. The school year would be better because of her. The next morning, he's discussed on the car ride to school all of his weekend plans. I got a phone call from the school nurse about 30 minutes after dropping Alec off. He was in her office and he was not feeling well. I drove to the school and picked him up. He was running a low-grade fever. And on the short ride home, I made him a doctor's appointment. We got home and walked into the house. I let Alec know I was running to the store for Advil for his fever, and I would be right back because we had the doctor's appointment. He ran up the stairs to his bedroom, and this hit me as strange because any other time he came home sick, he would lay on the couch with his dogs. So this was different. I yelled up to him, "Where are you going?" He said he was going to lay down in his bedroom, and this struck me as odd. But I left and went to the store, and I was only gone about 35 minutes. What I didn't know was the new girl had in some way rejected him. All the pain had come flooding back, and he had hit rock bottom that morning. And my son, who I didn't want to die in war, died in war. He took his own life in the war with depression. The pain was too bad. He needed the pain to end. Depression is the ultimate liar. It tells you things that you will never get better. It will always be like this, and that is a lie. I want you to stay. Stay for future love. Stay for family. Stay for dreams that can come true. That's what I wish I would have been able to tell Alec that morning. I just need you to stay. Losing a child is as horrible as you would think it is. It is horrible. The grief is unbearable. He was our future. We were supposed to spend the rest of our lives together with him and the life he would build. And suicide took that away from us. So we will carry Alec forward with us. We will fight for a world without suicide in his name. We will be his voice forever. Every time grief steals my breath, I remind myself loving him was worth it. It's worth the pain. Grief isn't the absence of love. It is the proof that love is still there. So I want you to place your hand over your heart. And can you feel it? This is called purpose. You're alive for a reason. So don't ever give up. Do not let depression win. Depression is a liar. Just stay.
That was awesome. I want to share with you all that Jennifer found a way to cope with her grief and also how to spread some hope by painting rocks. Here is a video of how this came to be, how Alex Rocks came to be. Thank you, Jennifer.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Turner, and I'm going to show you how to make suicide prevention, suicide awareness rocks today. I do it in loving memory of my son, Alexander, Alec Turner, who we lost to suicide on August 15th, 2017. I was researching ways to have some kind of grief therapy online, some kind of craft that I could do with my hands and distract myself. And I found a page that was painting breast cancer awareness rocks. I thought it was a simple idea, something that anybody could do. Since I'm not an artist, it was something I could do pretty easy. So I watched some YouTube videos and I started making my own. Today I'm going to show you how I do that. It's pretty simple. I go to a landscaping supply and I pick up rocks. I go through a pile and I find ones that are flat and are pretty light to carry and take with me, because these rocks are left all over St. Joseph, Missouri, where we're from. They're left all over California, where we live now. And my relatives and family and friends take them all over the world. So I want them to be fairly lightweight. You can also find them out in nature, out in parks, places that you walk where it is allowed to take rocks. You take them home and you paint them. But first you must wash them thoroughly with soap and water, and then take a white acrylic paint that you can get at Michael's, Walmart, anywhere, and prime both sides of the rock. Several coats to prime both sides of the rock. And then I usually find a design I want to do. It can be something that I just picture in my mind, or something I can find on Pinterest or Etsy or Google. And I usually do a background color. It makes the words and the message that I put on the front of the rock stand out better if I paint a background color. I then go ahead and paint the rock, and I use Craftsmart paint. And I also use these awesome Posca pens, paint pens, that do not bleed or fade in the sun. These are great. You can order them off of Amazon. You can find them occasionally at Michael's, but usually just a few colors. So it's usually easier to go ahead and order them from Amazon. You make your design on the front, and you find a message that you want to put, something that's important to you. But the most important part of this whole rock is the back. And the back of the rock has all the suicide prevention information. It has the hotline to call if you're in crisis. It also has the text number to text in crisis. And this is the most important part of the rock. I get messages all the time because I have an Alex Army Facebook page and an Instagram where people document where they put the rocks and who finds them. I get inspirational messages all the time about people who have found them and it's just made their day. Or they've had a loved one that they've lost to suicide and they have found this rock and have taken it home with them because they just felt like it was meant to be. And that's what the rocks are for. They're to give somebody a little bit of a bright spot in their day. It is there to save a person if a person is having a very dark day. But that is the most important thing. Whatever you paint and whatever you put on the rocks is fine. So you can make your own designs. I do. And then I find messages that hit home to me, something that I would like to have said to Alec that might have made him stay. That this world needs you. You are greatly loved. You are enough. You're never alone. You are worthy. And many more messages of hope. And that's what they're for. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. That's awesome. You said you're not an artist, but I beg to differ. I think they're beautiful, and what a great way for you to cope with your grief, but not only that, help others who find those rocks. They're awesome. And we thank you for that. We would now like for you to join us in remembering these loved ones. We've put together a page of resources in our area that are available for those in need. Please reach out if you need help. If you need any of this info later on, you may go to our Facebook page, AFSP Buchanan, Missouri, for a closer look at these resources that are there to help you. I want to thank you again for joining us today and supporting the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and our Out of the Darkness experience. Our mission is to save lives and bring hope to those affected by suicide, and it would not be possible without you. We want to share with you that we're going to be at the North Belt Kmart parking lot. We're going to leave here when we're finished. We should be there. Give us 5 or 10 minutes. It's at 2901 North Belt Highway. If you had commented on our site today, your name has been put in for a drawing. We'll draw those winners in just a moment. You may come pick up your prizes at the North Belt Kmart. Also, if you raised over $150, you earned a t-shirt. And here it is. Awesome. We would like you to come by and pick those up as well if you can. If not, we'll figure out a way to get it to you. We should be there until, well, with the weather, we were going to have a tent set up, but we might just be in our cars, so look for us. We should be there until about 4:45. That should give you a good hour and a half to get there, 4:45, 5 o'clock. If you have any donations at that time that you may bring those by. I know a lot of you have raised money and you need that people didn't donate on the website, but you have actual cash. You can bring that to us as well. So we can collect that at that time. So if you're ready, we have our little, Haley's got our little wheel of.
So to make this fair, everyone that commented, we put your name on a wheel. You can't see. You can't see. Oh, there we go. You can kind of see
Tilt it.
So I'm going to tap spin. So this is for our first thing. You want to talk about what it is real quick?
Well, it has lots of fall decorations and a Texas Roadhouse gift card.
Colby Harvey. Oh, let's see. There we go. Colby Harvey.
You guys, last time I won like a lot of stuff.
This girl.
Okay.
So I am now removing Colby, so she cannot win any of the other next prizes.
Our next prize are these cool cloth pumpkins from AR Workshop.
Okay. Now our winner is it Deanna Bencomo?
Deanna Bencomo.
Come on. I can't get
Any of those, if you cannot come today to pick up your prize, and I think Deanna is from out of town, I'm pretty sure. Would you comment in the section and either we'll try to, I don't know, somehow get it to you or let us know if someone else can pick it up. But Deanna Bencomo won the cool pumpkins.
One pumpkin.
Next prize is our movie night basket.
The winner is Nikki Nixon. Okay, I don't know that this is gonna work. Just showing it, but
Nikki Nixon.
My account said rigged.
There it is.
yeah. Okay, well,
So
it's
Nikki
there.
Nixon. Write her name on that so we know who got what. Are you writing it down?
I haven't been.
Can you write Nikki Nixon on that so we know who got it? The next one is our beauty basket with goodies for the ladies.
And our winner is Kelly Adkins. Again,
Kelly
you can't
Adkins.
see it, but Kelly Adkins.
All right.
Actually, Carrie, I might actually need that beauty basket for me. What do you think, huh?
The next gift is the gift certificate to Blooming Branches Flower Shop, and they have gifts as well, not just flowers. They have lots of cool stuff there from Blooming Branches.
Our winner is Jen Klein. I'm trying to make this work,
Is
but
that your relation? Jen Klein. Okay.
just the last.
And
the
also,
final
we
one.
really want to thank our people who donated these prizes. We appreciate you and thank you for donating these giveaways. The final one, the Kendra Scott necklace.
Dang it! It was almost me.
Amber
Amber Groom.
Oh, Amber, give me that.
Amber.
That's my cousin.
Amber Groom.
Literally, it was
Okay.
right.
Amber, this is rigged.
I was this close. This close.
This is
Okay.
Yeah.
We want to thank you all for joining us. We weren't sure how this was going to turn out when we started here, but I think it was wonderful. It was great. I wish we could have all been together and walked, but since we couldn't, this was wonderful. Thank you for joining us. And we are going to gather up our things, and we will be over there at the North Belt Kmart for you to get your T-shirts, get your prizes. We have some bracelets if you want to come get beads, your beads for who you walk for, and we will be there shortly.
So Carrie, if I could jump in real quick, I want to encourage everyone to, just because we can't get together and walk, let's still walk, okay? Take some time today or sometime this week to go out and walk in memory of your loved ones. And if you would please, either take some photos or take some videos. We'd love to maybe do a montage video of all of you out there walking in memory of your loved ones. So you can probably just email those to Carrie, get a hold of the committee there somehow, or on Facebook, let us know you have something. Thank you all for being here. Carrie and your committee, awesome. Well done. This was beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you. And thanks for your help too, Jeff.
You're very welcome.
Awesome. So we'll see you soon. Bye.